Hey guys, what is up? And we are back with another video. I think it's practically unknown gaming at this point, okay? We switched away from the glitch squad and let's go legend and all that, you know, puppy cock is what you'd call it. Anyway, I'm here with my boy, Toasty Sandals, right?
What's good?
Alright, and we're going to be teaching you what and what not to do in Rainbow. And before you say, hey, you're only Copper 5, bro, I haven't played in like 2 years. I've been getting back into it though, okay? So, with that being said, alright, so first thing on the list is going to be kind of like a thing with peeking. So obviously you know how to glean and stuff. I'm going to assume you do, if not look at your controls. So whenever you're peeking a corner, say there's going to be a wall on this, say it's reinforced, yada yada. Nobody cares about that, okay? If you go up to a window and you're leaning like this, and you're like trying to watch somebody, it's more wise to keep more of your body covered and lean in and hold more of a peek. Because, for example, if you're holding this same peak, you can't see anybody on this side. But if we look over with this peak, we can obviously see there's a frost right there. So, what you're going to want to do in a situation like this is keep your body covered like this. If he swings in, you're going to want to crouch and shoot, because if he's swinging over and pre-firing already, you're
15 seconds left.
So, with that being said, you want to make sure that frost is Alright, on to the second tip. This is only going to be something if you have a bulletproof camera. You're never going to want to place it where you already have cameras, because if you already have a camera, say it's somebody like, or somewhere down where we're actually at, I don't think I have any here. But
down to 10
like
seconds.
You don't want to have a camera there because then you're just wasting it. You obviously want to have it like
down to 5 seconds.
They can't really see it, but it's still kind of in the way.
Bomb locations are secure.
Distracts them and makes them want to destroy it. So if you have it somewhere like here, if they hop in and try and destroy it, they're going to be held by a peak somewhere like here. And they're going to have to come up to it and do that to it. So if they jump through that window, you're always going to want to have it somewhere to where it's distracting. They're going to want to destroy it, and you can just hold an angle from it. Alright, so if you're in a situation where you have a soft wall that you didn't reinforce, and you are having a door right to your right being breached through, and then you have a, you know, thing in this wall being, you know, punctured through, it's really hard at first glance when you're switching between the two to see ahead. Now, it almost looks like part of the broken wall. So, with that being said, we're going to, in this situation, you do not want to push this or hold an angle unless you are behind cover. This isn't very solid cover. Most of this can be shot through. So, I would recommend in situations like this to try and find another softball and do kind of like the same tactic they're doing and find a peak of your own. Now, with that being said, Orchada, if they jump through and they start destroying something like that, and they push in, it's wise to swing around to an angle that they're not expecting you from. And if they start pushing in towards objective, they're not going to really expect you out of objective. So I'm not saying roam constantly, but I am saying that if you were over somewhere like this and they do break in, there could be another
5 seconds left.
Okay, so this is just a tip when you're droning. I don't know, just say that you are trying to find objective. Say that you already did coincidentally find
your drone has located a bomb.
This is just for solely new players. When you have your drone, you're going to want to set it up to where a peak they're not really going to look at. You're going to have a free camera pretty much inside of their own house. So
you've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
You're going to want to go back into it, set it up to a spot to where maybe you have all of this laid out for you. Okie this is another tip. Whenever you are breaching a floor, soft wall, or a hatch, whatever you like, you're never going to want to crouch and look down it, because, for example, your head is exposed over something like this, and you cannot reach this dude too good. I suggest if you have audio advantage and somebody's making a lot of noise, you never want to always like prone whenever it's silent, because there's going to be, that's like the loudest sound cue you can have in the game. So I say like do a flash or something to cover up the sound, then you know, go prone and then try and kill that person, because if you do it from up here, you're going to get slimed out. So Toasty, can you confirm that you can see my head right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Kinda.
So
Yeah, I can.
Well, you can still head tap me though. So another tip with diffusing. You're going to want to go in a spot to where you are covered because there is no building. This is not Fortnite. This is Rainbow Six Siege. So, for example, say you kill that dude, and then you find a corner like this, start diffusing. Now, if you hear gunshots around you, you want to swing out.
Op 4 neutralized.
But
Mission successful.
if you have to defuse, hold the defuse because there's no other choice. But usually diffusing attracts a lot of enemies. So when you defuse, you'll find the person, you'll find out where they're coming from, where they're swinging from, and then just swing out and kill them. Alrighty, these are just some recommended settings that I have when it comes to actual gameplay, and they're very, very simple. So depending, I'm not going to go over keyboard and controller settings. I have played both in the past. I have no my preference is keyboard and mouse. I won't even lie about that. But when you go to display, your field of view, a lot of people do not know what FOV is in games. It's pretty much like the amount that you can see while you're staring straight forward. It is very wise in this game to have it on max because of the simple fact that if there's somebody swinging you from your right, or it's like a tight corner or whatever, you want to be able to see that out of the corner of your eye so that you can, switch to them or you can flick to them. So you're going to want to have your FOV on max. It's just a recommended setting that I have. Now, everything else when it comes to controls and stuff, you want to make sure that you have good recoil control. So with that being said, this video is pretty much just for all the new players. Because when you go to you're going to have ADS sensitivity for your controller, whether it be, keyboard, mouse, controller, whatever. You're going to have ADS sensitivity, right? and you're going to want to go in shooting range, and you're going to want to make sure that you have your vertical and horizontal. That doesn't have anything to do with shooting or like aiming down sights, but vertical and horizontal have it to something that is preferable to you. And then your controller aim down sight speed. I suggest putting it on advanced and customizing whatever you like to your liking with the different scopes. And this is pretty much you're going to be able to figure out your recoil pattern. Every gun has its own different recoil pattern. Some go up and to the left, up straight, up and to the right. Some go up and then far to the right. There are a lot of different recoil patterns, but the most important thing to figure out is how you can best control that with your sensitivity, because depending on if you push down on your stick a little and it flies down, or if you press down on your stick a little and you have to do it a lot for it to go to that same magnitude. So with that being said, you're going to want to find your sweet spot with that. Go in shooting range, go in aim training, go in whatever. You can 1v1 your friends. Just find something that is suitable to you, that helps you recoil, control your recoil to the best of your ability. And I honestly just suggest, do not listen to anybody that's like, if you're bad, just hop off the game. It's not about that. You can always improve. They were once at that spot too. You realistically just have to find your sweet spot, what settings work for you best in the game, because all of it is based around you being able to flick to players, you being able to work with your teammates, you being able to learn the mechanics of the game. And once you get that down, you're already halfway there. The other half is just practice and almost dedication in a way. So with that being said, there are a lot of other tips and tricks that I have that I could share, but this is almost just like a beginner's guide of what to do and what not to do, a short little video of that. If you do want more content like this, I'm not going to ask to like and subscribe if you'd like to, but rather just leave me a comment of what you would like for more content, because I am, double managing with music, I am double managing with YouTube, and I'm trying to start this back up for the people that do enjoy my videos. Special thanks to Toasty Sock, or Joe Bro, we call him that too. And yeah, so let me know what you guys would like to see more of. And with that being said, I don't know what we're gonna say, but unknown out, I guess, since we're rebranding. Alright, I'll see you.